So, and you're loading. Okay. So, whenever I move stuff around, okay. I almost forgot my mic. Um, and you guys just missed my entire ramblings on lichens. So, not gonna do that again. But anyway, welcome back to the stream. My name is Skylar Dream, and I am a self-taught digital artist, crocheter, and small business owner. I don't know why I gave you guys the intro for the vlog, but I just did. And yeah, welcome back to another stream. So I'm trying out something a little bit different and using my phone camera as a video source. And if you kind of just, yeah, it's roughly around there. So depending on where a solid color that isn't white is, you can see a little bit of the watermark from the app that I'm using. I'm just testing it out to see how well I like it. I'm realizing that my phone's tripod isn't really set up in a way to sustain its own weight, mainly because the leg that is supposed to keep it from falling forward is not pointed in the right direction, and I can't seem to twist it. So I'm currently weighing down my tripod with a bunch of my rocks. So, and if you didn't know, I do have a rock collection. It's a combination of random rocks that I find out and about, and some crystals and gems that I do pick up from stores and whenever there is a crystal. I'm a sucker for pretty rocks. Okay. Anyway, um, I misplaced the book that I had with. Oh, it's right there. Okay, so today's stream we are going to be picking back up on Usagimodoki. I did take some time off stream to continue working on him, and already there are a couple of design changes that I would like to make to him. Right, just flat out the bat. I'm thinking of making the mouth thicker in the next iteration just to see how well that works. I also did give picking up. I forgot what was it called. Well, if you're familiar with tapestry crocheting, sometimes they'll do like little. I forgot what the term for it was, but they'll pretty much crochet in the back just to hold the yarn in place so it doesn't really get in the way. And I kind of like it. It does look a lot neater in the inside. With amigurumi, I just don't think the inside really matters all too much. And part of the reason I'm deciding to do tapestry crochet for this one is primarily because of how Usagi Madoki's face kind of plays out. Not to mention, I do have quite a few color changes throughout the entire thing. So I figured tapestry crochet in this case would be pretty beneficial. So that's the method that I chose to use for Usagi Madoki. I also do have a little sketch of him on this type of grid paper. And this kind of gives me a better idea. I did do a little bit of an adjustment when it came to these rounds. I did happen to move the mouth up a little closer and pretty much, ooh, I think I accidentally put in an extra row now that I'm looking at it. I may have put in an extra row where I wasn't supposed to. But anyway, yeah, I kind of messed up a little bit, but anyway, this is the progress that we have on Usagi Modoki. I do have the preliminary pattern written down for him. And again, this is the first prototype, so there are going to be some adjustments that I'm going to make to him. He's not going to be perfect. Hopefully the second round will get him better. And so first prototype, I misplaced my crochet hook yet again. There it is. So I will be continuing to write things down as I go along, although I will be honest, well, actually the black side will be easier to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then we're at row 18. So we left off on row 19 the last time I worked on Usagi Madoki. And yeah, let's get to work. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna experiment with this camera setup really quick. And we'll see how well it works for streaming purposes. I will say I'm not a huge fan of the watermark that in its place. I know it's a small little fee just to remove the watermark, but I also don't have a lot of room in my phone to justify keeping it around for too long. So yeah, not to mention, I feel like if I just buy a better tripod for the Muse, like we'll be able to solve a lot of my issues. But for right now, we will continue on. You're not supposed to be on that stitch. And the other thing is I need to work on is that you can kind of see like some of these transition parts so that so you can see a little bit of that green kind of poking through. So it was 19. Yeah, so this is going to be another full green row. I think part of the issue too is that like my tension does tighten up a little bit more when it comes to color changes. So I don't know if that's also affecting how things are showing through. I think next round I need to be a little bit more mindful of how I'm carrying my tension throughout the project. Is the wrong. Okay. I will say one of the challenging things with doing it this way is that it keeps both balls of yarn attached to the pattern the entire time. And I'm still learning how to manage both when I have both um, yarns, especially during transitions. Also, the nice thing about acrylic yarn, I can be a little bit more rougher with it. Okay, so that pattern was 14 green, 6 black. Okay, so that's going into layer 20. So this was a 4 14, so we're going to be doing, okay. Okay, so this one, do 5 greens and 4 blacks. So that's going to be 1 2 3 4. Do a bit of a yarn transition here. And do, if I can catch the yarn, that'd be great. And then that was 4 black. See, I'm still learning how to do yarn management when I'm dealing with 2 different skeins. Yeah, 1 2 3. The one on my hook is 4. So that's 1 2 3 4, and then we should be finishing off this row with 5 greens, which we are good to go. I just didn't realize it would be this difficult managing 2. I don't know how tapestry crocheters do it, because they're juggling like how many colors at once. And I also don't know how I'm supposed to grip my yarn so that like I don't, so that like they're not getting in the way of each other. Yeah, I don't know how to grip the yarn so that they don't get in the way of each other. Okay, so forgot to write it down, but at the beginning, that was 6 black. That is 6 black, 5 green, 4 yellow, or 5 green, 4 black, 5 green, and then we're going into a row of 12 black. I should probably pick up the green here. Okay, so we're going to be repeating what we did on the other side, and then this one is going to be 5 green, 5 green, 4 black, 5 green. She's got a notification for FIFA, and I will say, you know how Scotland has their theme song? Like, that party theme song? Like, it's been living in my head rent free. Mm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now this number again. I don't know what would be the best way to hold this yarn so that they both don't get in the way of each other. I think I got it. 2, 3, ooh, 4. So that is. What are you guys catching on? Tablecloth. Okay. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're back to picking up the green. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these switched out. And then we're gonna do another 5. 3, 4. Pick up the black one here. And we are going to do, okay, so 4 green, 5 green, and then we're back to 6 black. and then going on to row 21. This is going to be two, three, 4, 5, 6. Then we are going on to the next row. So we're pretty much going to be repeating this for the next 4 rows. So this will be going up into 20, 21, 22, up to the 23rd row. So let me go ahead and get us into the next round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We won't pick it up in the first row. One, two, three, four, 5. I don't want to show, but it keeps showing. It's 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this is going to be another 5. Sorry, just this part needs a little more concentration. And yeah, it's the one thing about color transitions that, like, I don't know what happens, like, my tension gets a lot tighter, so I'm, like, wrestling to push my needle through, which, again, I think one of the things I need to become more mindful of is the tension I keep in my yarn. So that's going to be 6 black, 5 green, 4 black, 5 green, 12 black. I forgot to pick this up at some point. I'm not undoing all that. Okay, so we're going back to that 5 green for black. I forgot to pick it up again. One. Oh, I forgot this one's one of either side. Put a little bit of green. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, so now we are entering row 21. Or I still need to write down the pattern. So the nice thing about this part of Usagimodoki is that his pattern is pretty, like, it pretty much just repeats from here. Yeah. So 6 black, 5 green, 4 black, 5 green, 12 black, 5 green, 4 black, 5 green, 6 black. Okay, we're good. Now going off into row 22. Again, it's gonna pretty much be a repeat of this exact row. We'll be doing these until the next row. So once again, this green portion is just going to be 5 green, 4 black. Ooh, the last row is a little visible. I wonder if it's something that we can remedy with. Yeah, you can kind of see some of the black poking through. I didn't tighten that enough. It shows. Yeah, definitely some technique improvement is needed for the next Usagimodoki. So once again, 6 black, 5 green, 4 black, 5 green, 12 black, and yeah, we'll be doing that one more time this round. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that was taupe black going into another set of 5 green, 4 black, 5 green. I definitely feel like compared to when I was working, I don't know if it's just the position that I'm in that I'm not like able to just relax, but like I need to make sure I stay or at least try my best to stay within the frame of the camera. And so I feel like my tension is a little bit tighter right now, especially when it comes to like the color transitions. I saw a technique that like if you pull your crochet hook towards the left, like you won't really get these slants. But I'm also noticing there's some tension issues, and you can kind of see through some green areas and some black areas where they're not supposed to show. So definitely, next Usagimodoki, I'm gonna have to improve a couple of the techniques. Okay, also helps to have the tension out of the yarn ball or out of the skein on the loose side as well. That helps. I don't know why, but I'm just like so zeroed in and focused. So I'm sorry if I'm a little too quiet. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I got a little bit of the other color showing through there. One, two, three, four, five, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I don't even know if I got the right stitch on that one. Got a little tangled. Yeah, I couldn't really see what I was doing, so we undid a little. We undid a couple of stitches. Oh. I will say having the tripod set up next to me, like, it makes it more. Maybe ideally I would have it set up to my left where I didn't have my dominant hand crocheting. But at the same time, this is probably, we're still figuring things out. If anything, I think next week I might go back to my Muse, even though like I find it a little bit more in the way. Wrong. Yeah, this is a new row. Because now the tripod is a little in the way of my right hand. Is a little bit of an issue. I think part of the issue is the tension of the black yarn. Yeah, see, there's a bit of an issue with the green on this side. I wonder if I tug from behind with a darning needle, if that'll help hide things. Okay, I have not been writing the pattern down, so one. Okay, so 6 black. We are on 23. Let me just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Actually, might be better if I just count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So we are on row 22, I think. I don't know if I'm counting the rows correctly. Because black yarn is a little hard to see. I need to recount. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, we're on row 22. We are supposed to go up to row 23, so we still have one more row. And then after that, it's just going to be, we're going back to the black yarn primarily. My leg. Again, sorry for the very silent stream. Just very focused on the crochet portion. I don't know. There's something about my tension with this project that I just feel like has gotten tighter, and it makes it a little bit more difficult to pull. So it's just like, I don't know. It just, I don't know. Requires more of my focus because I'm just trying to. I also don't know if it's because of the black yarn. Almost like a combination between one, working with black yarn, and two, I feel like there's some tension in there's a little bit more tension than usual in my stitches. And it kills me that I can see some of the black. So I'm pretty, I don't know if part of the answer will be going down another hook size. I don't know. Because I'm already working with a 4.25. I think what I would attempt to do is go down to a 3.75 maybe. Just go down by like half a gauge. Not a full gauge. Is that even the right terminology? I don't know. Last row, and then we can just go back to primarily black, and I don't have to worry about the hanging thread. Ooh, what did I? Okay, let's pull out a little bit more black and green. So one. Come on, come on, come on. My yarn. No, don't do this to me. Don't do this. Don't do this. Okay, there we go. Back. Okay. Okay, we are on row 23. That was 6 black, 5 green, 4 black, 5 green, and now we're on the 12 black, so we're gonna end up going back to the 5 green, 4 black, 5 green, and then 6 black. And then that's gonna wrap up this portion of Usagimodoki. Let's keep going. Oops. Guys. Two, 3, 4. I'm honestly surprised that these, like, given that I've been switching off so much, that these two balls of yarn haven't really like tangled all that badly. I'm genuinely shocked. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that grip was. Yeah, I think I might next week's stream. I think I'm gonna go back to using the Muse to record live streams. It does. It's a little bit more in the way, but I don't know how I feel about. I feel like this setup has its benefits to a certain extent, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure if I set up the tripod on the other side, it'll make things easier. But this side is also the most side I have to have like the notepad and the sketchpad out. So I would prefer having the camera to the right. Like I could potentially move it further back, but the thing is, like, to stay within the frame, I actually do need to stay within some proximity of the tripod. The other option is to have the tripod in the front and then having it hold the phone. Hold on, let me try something. A little late to be trying this, but yeah, a little late to be trying this. I feel like you could see more of the tripod this way, though. It's not even straight. And I am having things collapse. Yeah, this isn't going to work as well as I think it will, because the rocks don't have a solid place to kind of just anchor. And then you could see more of the tripod this way. I kind of don't like that. And yeah, okay, we're going back over here. That seems to work best, especially with this thing trying to balance itself. Again, I have like a small little bag of rocks just trying to hold the tripod from tipping over. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this row, and then I will be ending stream. So let me go ahead and do the last final 6 stitches. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this setup is a little bit more hassle than it's worth, mainly because I need to use extra things to help hold up my camera and everything. I may try this again in the future, but yeah, maybe when I have like a little bit more of a better arrangement. The other thing I could do too potentially is use my DSLR, but I'm too lazy to take out the larger tripod. And then this is the final row of black. So I'm debating if this is the row I'm going to begin decreasing with, because I did have one row. I think I'm going to do one more row to just do the yarn swaps. I feel like if I was going to do the yarn swaps, it should have happened in this row. Okay, so that's going to be a note that I'm going to take into the next one. We'll see how I handle this, but I'm pretty sure for the next one, we'll start working on um, the yarn swap during row 23. So I think row 23 is when I think we begin swapping at row 23. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll work through this. We'll work through this. What was I doing? Jesus. I also feel like the phone is literally like in my face, so I don't feel like I could duck closer if I need to. And if I need to bring it closer, the phone does cast a bit of a shadow. I'm still figuring out what works best. Oh, he got caught on something. Okay. So here's our progress on Usagimodoki. Definitely a lot of improvements to be made to his design, especially when it comes down to technique, because like in areas like here, you can still see some of like the black or green yarn poking through in areas they're not supposed to. I also need to work on my tension on this project because I felt my tension swap as I was working. Um, I don't know if I was holding on to more tension because of the black yarn, or if the swaps made me hold on to my yarn tighter. Things that I will have to go back and diagnose, and we'll see how he stuffs, because now I've reached a point where he's ready to. I think the next row, based off his current height as it is right now, I think next row we're gonna start the decreases while also swapping from the green to the black, because I do want a seamless transition like this one up here. So more than likely we will be doing the decreases alongside the color swap when it comes to the greens, which I don't think will be much of an issue, because at the end of the day, the decreases are going to happen primarily where these four stitch markers are at. So yeah, here is our Usagimodoki so far. He's almost done, and this will be our first prototype. And then moving forward, there are a couple of changes that I do want to make with him. Notably, the size of the mouth and the eyes. I think I'm gonna give them at least two more squares on each side, and expanding this middle square to kind of adapt to the size of the eyes as well. Also, with this, I'm probably gonna give the mouth two rows. Um, two rows instead of just one, because it does kind of form like a little ooh thing going on, but that's not necessarily what I'm aiming, because I do want to keep the Usagi um design and just have everything more look like squares. So yeah, this is our Usagimodoki so far, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and end stream for the evening. Sorry it was a bit more of a quieter stream, but I think I was just like very zeroed in and focused trying to get the stitches and the counts right. So yeah, thank you for joining me this evening, and I will see you. Okay, so Sorry, I saw a notification on my computer. But anyway, thank you for joining me this evening, and I'll see you in the next stream next week. Have a good night, everyone.